Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Friday. It's the weekend. Hey, I'm back. I'm back. I'm live back from LA. Well, that didn't sound right. I'm live from LA. I'm back from Vegas, right? But as you can see in the background, um, just some parting shots of Connect. Connect was great. I was there attending the Connect conference from Tuesday through last night. Actually threw in had a couple site inspections too while I was there. So I saw three hotels that I needed for some group stuff. So it was all good. So it was very productive. Met a lot of people. We had 40 appointments, and man, which was great. 10 minutes a piece. Like speed dating. If I guess if I can relate it to anything, would be speed dating. Not that I've ever done speed dating, but I've heard about it, right? So you get 10 minutes to talk about what you have for the hotel or the DMO person, and they have, I guess that's 5 minutes, right? And they have 5 minutes to talk about them as well as what they have to offer within what that can I guess comp or what am I trying to say? What they have for your program. Okay, so it's a way just to get to know people. But 10 minutes is not enough time to build a relationship and all that kind of stuff. But it is enough information just to, or enough time to, it kind of scratch the surface of, okay, they have these type of hotels, or is that type of hotel, or is this type of destination, and they'll know that in my 5 minutes that, okay, he represents these types of companies, like insurance companies or law firms or accounting firms or whatever, and that way we can form a opinion. Okay, well, maybe I can work with him, maybe not. Maybe he doesn't have anything for me now, but maybe he will in the future. So, but anyway, so that's what it's all about. You guys are more than welcome to make comments. I do this daily thing, daily, Monday through Friday. I was doing it actually from the Venetian Hotel, which this is where this took place. This is actually the Expo Center. If you can look, if you're looking at it, that's the Expo Center at the Venetian. It is, man, you know what? I didn't realize, I didn't look it up until today, that the Venetian, or let's just say the Expo Center, has over 2 million square feet. I want to say 2.3 million square feet of meeting space. That's ridiculous, right? I had no idea. Let's just put things in perspective here. That's over 2 million square feet, right? LA Convention Center has, I want to say, 750,000 square feet. So three of those will fit in here. You know what I mean? So that just kind of, put things in perspective. But I really didn't realize, and I didn't realize that the Venetian has over 7,000 rooms. I mean, I knew it was huge, but it's like 7,093 rooms. Isn't that crazy? That's a city. I mean, that's bigger than Blythe. Blythe can fit in there. There'd be a room for everybody in Blythe. Let's just think about it. Let's just put this in perspective, because the population of Blythe is not what they say it is. It's got to be like less than 10,000 people, right? So all of Blythe could fit into the Venetian Hotel. Let's just think about that. Everybody would have their own room. This is, I'm just trying to be funny, but I'm putting that in perspective. I didn't think about it until just now, right? Let's see. Let me show. Okay, so comments are welcome. I'm gonna put Dylan's comment on here. Good evening, Russell. Did you eat well? You know what? That's a good question. That's a good question. The first day we got there, I don't remember being a lot of, no, not really. I ate what I bought myself. The second day I ate well. Okay, the second day they had, some vegan options or whatever, and I was lucky enough to be hosted for breakfast and lunch on Wednesday. So that worked out real well. Was that Wednesday? Yeah, I guess that was Wednesday. That was Wednesday. Wednesday. Because yesterday was Thursday, right? Yeah, so I was lucky enough to be hosted. So, and then the breakfast, you can always find something, fruit. Okay, fruit, and they had potatoes. Boom, there you go. That's all I need. And some juice, and I was good with that. And then for lunch, there was Indian food. So, Indian food, there's always a lot of options as far as vegetarian or vegan. So yeah, so I ate well on that, and then on the showroom floor for lunch they had and I thought it was kind of odd myself, but I ate it and it was good. It was a yam sandwich. Yam, like a sweet potato, but a yam. I think they're both the same, but and then it had like a red pepper, like a red pepper sauce or a spread on it. It was actually pretty flavorful, and I had never had anything like that before, but it worked. It worked. So I like the creative. I like how creative people can be when they have to, right? Because they had a ham sandwich for people that ate ham, then they had a yam sandwich for people that didn't eat meat. So I was like, that's dope. Okay. So I had to, my hat's off, for that, being creative. So I do appreciate that. So to answer your question, Dylan, I ate well on Wednesday, and was it third? It was Wednesday. Yeah, that's right, because that's the same night they had the event at Tao. Okay, Tao is Tao Beach Club. That's in Venetian as well, right? So everything for the most part, other than Dre's, was under the same roof. So you didn't actually have to go outside unless you did go to Dre's on Tuesday night. But no, I ate well because they had sushi and they had vegetarian sushi or vegan sushi, which just basically was avocado and carrots and the nori and rice. That was it, right? Soy sauce and wasabi. Boom, I'm done. I'm good, right? So it was very good. And then the drinks were flowing as only the hotel people can do, hotel or hospitality people can do. The drinks were flowing, so that went for 2 hours. So it went from like 4 to 6, I believe, 4 to 6, 6:30 or whatever. Then people went to dinner after that, but that was enough for me. So I didn't really hang out other than show my faces at some of the events, and then I left. So I went back to my room. So I didn't need to go out. I didn't need to eat anymore. I was good. But yeah, so only thing, if I had to say, I wish they would improve on, or I wish I had this, was, as you can see, the convention center or the expo center, which I'm showing, is a long way away from your room. Okay, where, I'll just say this, where I had the Wi-Fi, right? They did not have Wi-Fi available on the convention floor for us, for hotel sites like people, or the people that had the tabletop. That was not an option. Now, between breaks or between appointments, because although I had 40 appointments, right, there was a couple times that you had breaks. You had, a 15-minute break or 10-minute break, or somebody didn't show up. So what I'm doing? I got to catch up on work too. I still got to check email. I still got to respond to certain things, right? But I had to do that on my phone because there was not an option I would have paid $10 a day if that was the cost. I probably would have paid $20 a day just to be connected. And in this day and age, with all this technology, we need to make sure that that we do have that available, because I'm not the only one that needed to check email and needed to respond to things. We're working as we're doing this. Even the people, the hotel people, we're having the same conversation. Like, I can't just go back to my room and do this, because your room literally was about a mile from where this was, right? So, and I'm not exaggerating. It's a 7,000. Think about it. It's a 7,000 room hotel. The meeting space is over 2.5 million square feet, and then there's a lot of things in between this expo center and your room, right? So, and then not to mention, you got to go up the elevator and go up 2 elevators, mind you, to get there. And I'm not complaining about that. The distance is the distance. But what I am complaining about, or just maybe for the future, even if you can't, I understand there was an extra cost to connect to do it, but push that on to us, to the attendees. If it's $10, $20, that's up to us to at least give us the option to pay for it or not. That's all I'm saying. Because I needed to do some work, and like I said, I can only do so much from my phone. Okay, so but there you go. I had my laptop there and everything, and I'm like, there's no option for Wi-Fi? What's this all about? So, but anyway, that'll be the only option. But yeah, this is the showroom floor. There's a lot going on. There's over 2,500 people there. As you can see, there's exhibits everywhere. So this is the front part of it. So there's exhibits everywhere, and then towards the back, is where the tabletops were. So that's where myself and a lot of the hotel site selection people or meeting planners, that's where we were, right? And then the hotel and CVB people or DMO people would come to us. So it was more of a reverse trade show, if you will. So we were stationary, they were moving. Okay, so they had appointments just like we had appointments, but we just had to sit down. This right here, they had a petting zoo. So I mean, a petting like for puppies. They had like puppies there, but they weren't there, I guess, when I took that video. But that's where that area was right there. And this right here was kind of dope, where you could take photos, like a campground with a VW bug. So they're walking in there to take a photo. So it was like a photo opportunity for you in a VW bug. So that, I thought that was cool as heck, right? So that was one of the dope things that I saw. So, but yeah, there's a lot going on. Let's see what Dylan say. He has another comment. He said, it also lessens to exposure of event online. Yes. Yeah. I'm all about, exposing things. That's what I do. I see Tina. Tina's Society. I had an appointment with Tina. Tina was there. Tina's at the Garland Hotel in North Hollywood. No ho. So let me throw her comment on there. Come on, comment. Where's it at? Oh, there it goes. Here it goes. Agree. As a supplier, I will be sure to submit my survey and share my feedback. Very good, Tina. Thank you. If they ask me, I'm going to share as well. But yeah, even if, like I said, even if they charge us $10, $20, I'd have paid it, because I'm not walking all the way back a mile and a half, to my room to do it. But that's what I did when I got to my room at night, right? But still, you need to have that option to work. I mean, in this digital world we live in, and I feel sorry for the hotel people, because I know that even though they're out working, this is work for everyone, right? Specifically the hotel, the DMO people. There's still leads that are coming in. Has nothing to do with this show. They still have a life. They're still getting leads at their hotel, right, from other sources. So they still have to be able to respond, right? So they can't wait until they get back in the office on Friday or Monday and respond to things. So it's just, I didn't think it was, I don't think it was right for that. I don't think we really, not we, but I don't think they thought that part out. But at least give the option to do that. So, but no, thank you, Tina, for that. And yeah, if I get a survey, I definitely will say that as well. That's how you can improve for next time. So there you go. But yeah, Tina came by, and her girl Julie, yes, Julie came by as well. So that was great. So, but like I said, I had 40 appointments, and I kind of separated everything into like hotels, DMOs, and then other things like team bonding was one thing. It was a company organization that did team bonding. Because what I try to do is meet with people. First of all, meet with people I never met with before. That's one thing. And then different things. If it's a technology company, if it's like an AV company, someone that does something a little different, maybe they do the hybrid, shows that it may be a live show in person, but then a hybrid feature or a digital feature where, they don't have to be there, so I meet with companies like that. I met with a company that did team building, right? So all you do is throw the idea to them, and, they come up with a team building thing for me. And team building is not just about, doing rope courses and running around, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it can be like cooking or whatever, depending on how your setup is. Whatever you're looking for, they can do that, right? So I met with this company, the guy named Ben. He's with this, it's called team bonding, right? So I'm like, that was dope. And then I met with this guy named Troy Hughes, Lime Media, where they, if you look at this, where the VW bug was in there, they do things like that. So they'll wrap a VW bug, like a vintage bug. So you can do things like that. So, for like rebranding or pop-ups and things like that, or something like this where you're taking a photo. Somebody had to wrap that VW bug. Well, this company, Lime Media, does a lot of things like that, just like this right here. This setup right here where they're walking in here and taking photos or whatever. Lime Media actually has VW bugs there where they can wrap. They have all kind of things like ice cream trucks or like vintage, remember the OG ice cream trucks back in the day? They can wrap those. They'll deliver them to you. Whatever you want, they will do. So, it's good for that kind of stuff because this is stuff that you don't see all the time. And for me, I try to be a resource just in case my client needs something like that. Like, hey, do you know any team bonding companies? Boom, I do. You know anybody? We're trying to do rebranding, and as part of the show, as part of the meeting, we do some rebranding. So we want to, fabricate something, have something fabricated. Well, boom, there's another company that does that. And Anam, they do fabricating of different things, right? And then Line Media, like I said, they wrap vehicles, and they'll wrap a plane. They said they wrap planes and all kind of stuff. So it's always good to know, to have a go-to, right? So, like I said, for me, it's all about, being a resource for people, because I don't know what people are going to ask for. It's not just all about, the meeting, the hotel, the event space. It's about the other things that you don't even think about that, your client may need as well, right? So they need help with team building, or finding someone to wrap a vehicle or whatever they're trying to do. So, so I just kind of separated everything. I got to put everything into my Salesforce. So I have those contacts on hand just in case someone asks about it, right? So that's what it's all about. So, but yeah, it was good. It was good. Overall, it was a good show. And then I was able to do, let me show you one other thing. So this is the lobby, or the check-in area, registration area at the Venetian, okay? Mind you, it's a 7,000 room hotel, all suite property. I thought I was getting an upgrade, right? So I get to my room like, oh my God, I got a suite, right? That's what I'm thinking in my head, right? But then I'm talking to someone else, and they said, oh, all the rooms are suites. I'm like, I thought she told me I got an upgrade. You know what I mean? But the rooms are nice, though. The rooms are very nice. But it's 7,093 rooms at that hotel. So just imagine what's going on there. Just imagine the check-in time, the check-in process. But to be honest, it wasn't the time we came in. I didn't wait that long to check in. It took me like 20 minutes to get to my room, but but it did. I think it took me longer to get in my room than it was to check in. So let's just say that. But it was all good. It's all good. I mean, it's Vegas. It's over the top at times. Going to some of these events like Dre's, or if you went to Tao Beach Club or whatever. Some of that stuff is over the top. You know what I mean? But that's Vegas, though, right? That's Vegas, baby. That's why we go there, right? But I was glad to get out of there. So, but then I went to checked out a non-gaming hotel, right? And you think something's missing when you go to. This is the thing. You go. You're here around all the the casinos and all this. It's plush and like the opulence. I mean, it's over. Like I said, it's over the top. And then you go do a site inspection at a non-gaming traditional hotel. Then you're like, what's missing here? You know what I mean? This is something, right? But we just get so caught up in the lights and the glitz and glamour of Vegas. But then you go to a non-gaming hotel that happens to be right off the strip, right on the strip. And then you're like, I'm missing something. This thing is too small. What do you mean? Where's the bells and lights? Where's the bells and whistles? But anyway, it was good to do that. So I got treated very well. I do appreciate Miss Alina Del Rosario for giving me the site inspection of her property at Embassy Suites, which is right there by the convention center. I do appreciate that. And I also appreciate Mr. Brett Grimes, who showed me the station hotels. I want to say there's 4 station hotels, but I saw 2 of them. One was the Station Palace Station, which is right off the strip, I guess kind of in back of the strip. And then the other one is the Sunset Station, which is in Henderson, which is nowhere near the strip, right? But I have a group that's interested in there, and because they have a bowling alley and they have a movie theater. So for entertainment purposes, they're looking for something I don't think they were looking for something away from the strip, but they were looking for something that had those 2 components. And this is the only one in Vegas that has those 2 components, and they're off the strip. So, and nothing I can do about that. But it still has a casino as well. So if you want to gamble, you can. They even have a sports book. So you want to do slots, you want to do all the gambling, whatever, including a sports book, they can do that. They have a huge pool with a bar and all that kind of stuff. So And then they have things for the kids, like I said, the bowling as well as the movie theater. And so it's going to work well for them if they choose to take that, right? So I'm giving them three options, and there you go. But I want to thank once again Brett Grimes for helping me out. In fact, he picked me up, took me to the hotel, and dropped me off at the airport. You talking about service, right? That's what a sales manager does, right? He hooked it up. So no, I thank him for hooking me up on that. And let's see what else. And then of course, I don't do these things without talking about, some of the things that I'll talk about, right? So I've been through this. I started this on Monday, and because I didn't do it yesterday, I would have probably finished this yesterday, but I didn't. But I've already gone through. These are tips for like sales managers, transient sales managers. Now, a transient handles 1 to like 9, reservations, right? Not group. A group is 10 rooms or more. Okay, so this is transient sales manager. So the onesies and twosies, that IBT, individual business transient, those are single room reservations, right? So I started with beginning your backyard, okay? And, I guess I have to recap it, right? Beginning your backyard. So if you take over for someone, because we always take over for someone, right, that was in that position previous to you. So first of all, start with wherever they left off. You need to introduce yourself to the clients and all that kind of stuff. But as far as trying to find business, well, that's a good way of trying to find business as well, right? Qualifying them when you call them, say, hey, I'm Russell, and I just started. I took over for so-and-so who left. Do you have any additional business for us? If not, okay, that's fine. But I always write start in your backyard, write the name of the hotel on a piece of paper, draw a circle around there, 5-mile radius from that name of that hotel, from where your hotel is located, 5-mile radius around your hotel. That's that low-hanging fruit, right? That's where you're going to get the bulk of your business from, right? Start there. Start in your backyard before you start branching out. I'm on the West Coast, so, I'm going to get business on the East Coast. Well, let's start with the low-hanging fruit first. Let's get some victories in there before we start, venturing out. So that's your backyard, right? Then from there, develop a flat list. 20, let's just say 20 company names that you don't get business from currently, and you want to get business from them. Write those 20 names down on that list, flat list, however you do it. If it's digital, that's fine. If it's a piece of paper, I don't care. If it's in a folder, whatever, on a sticky note, I don't care. When you get business from that, you keep calling on them, emailing them, whatever, ever so often, whatever. When you get business from them, or they say, you know what, I'm never going to give you business, then you take them off the list. But if you get business from, that's what you want, then you take them off the list, replace them with another company that you want to get business from. Okay, so that's your flat list. The second thing is Hotelligence, or that's the third thing. Hotelligence 360, but I think it's called Agency 360, right? So it's the Hotelligence Reporter. Maybe that's the old name or whatever, but it comes from Travel Click. So it basically tells you who's booking into your comp set or to your area, right? Comp set is the hotels that you compete with. So it doesn't tell you exactly which hotels it's going to, but it tells you that it's going into your area, right? So if you have 5 hotels in your comp set, 6 including you, it's going somewhere. If you know you're not getting it, it's going to those other 5 hotels. Well, with this Hotelligence or Agency 360, it will tell you exactly the companies that are booking in, because these are companies that are booking through the GDS, the Global Distribution Service or System, basically where travel agents will book business. Okay, so you want to, if you don't get that report now, you need to try to get it. It's through Travel Click. You need to get it because it basically maps out where your business is coming from, who it is. You can call up. It gives you phone numbers. I don't think it gives you names of the people, but it gives you phone numbers, email addresses, all that kind of stuff. So all you got to do is do your homework, follow up, call people, do whatever you need to do to get that business, right? But Agency 360, okay, that's a report that you all need. And your comp set hotels, right? Who are your comp set hotels? Who are they? Where are they located? Who works there? Who's your counterpart? You need to know all those things. You need to go check out your hotels. You need to sleep with the enemy, okay? So that's another thing that I used to do, and Tina could tell you that. So everyone should be assigned a comp set hotel, right? And you should be the expert on that hotel. You should go there. I should be able to go to you and say, hey, when is that hotel? Has that hotel renovated? Oh yeah, they renovated back in 2014, and they're due for another one coming up in 24. Something like that, right? Because you're entrenched in what's going on there. Oh, did you know that the Hotel A, they changed their GM? The GM is now so and so. I mean, all that information you should know, right? I shouldn't. And then for marketing purposes, so like every year, the director of sales and marketing has to do a new marketing plan, right? That thing that a lot of people don't even use. They do it, but they don't follow it. But anyway, there's always sections in there for your comp set. And it's always good that all I have to do is go to each individual sales manager that I have, because everybody's been assigned a hotel, right, including myself. But say I have 4 sales managers or 4 people. They can be catering managers, whatever. They're managers, right? So I can assign them, each one of them a hotel. So they've stayed the night there. They've experienced the services and all that stuff. They know what the ins and outs. They know who their clients are. They know what they're working on. They know who the players are. They know when they're doing renovation. They know if someone left or new person came in. So I can just go to them and say, hey, Tina, what's going on at your hotel? She can give me a whole list of everything, and it's easy for me to compile or complete that section of my my marketing plan. So say it works, right? So there you go. And then the last one, and I'll complete it here, is what is your prime selling time? I always, this always used to kill me when I was in hotels, right? Especially when I was a sales manager, prime selling time is from 9 to 4. Yeah, well, yeah, it is. Okay, so meaning we shouldn't be doing anything else but selling during that time. And one thing that I hate to hear is I talk to salespeople all the time, and they're always in freaking meetings. Okay, and I said, how much? I asked some of my, some of my former colleagues or whatever, or maybe they could be partners of mine now, right? Because I'm trying to send them business. And if I don't get a response when I think I should get a response, I'll call or email and say, hey, what's going on? I send this thing over. Oh, I was in a meeting. I said, well, let me ask you this. How much business have you booked in those meetings? What do you mean? We don't book anything. We're talking about hotel stuff. That's what I'm talking about. You're not booking shit, so why are we always in these damn meetings? If you're the director, okay, I understand. Maybe you need to be in those meetings because you're the director. But your salespeople need to be out selling. And the meetings are always between the hours of what? 9 and 4. If you want to have a meeting before that or after. Okay? Not between 9 and 4. Okay, those are the prime selling hours. Okay, that's how it should be, but we deviate a lot of time to compensate for these bullshit meetings that nothing ever gets accomplished. Well, I'm on one today, okay, so I don't mean to be, foul mouth and whatever, but it kind of ticks me off because I just remember this, right? You're held to these standards of you got to make your numbers, you got to make your goals, but then you get sucked into these meetings that really have nothing to do with you. Okay, because everyone else is not responsible for top line revenue. Okay, they're responsible for managing certain things, certain departments, but you're responsible for top line revenue. Top line revenue is what makes the hotels go around. And what makes what helps you make budget? It's the rooms, right? It's not everything else. It's rooms. Okay, hotels make money on rooms. Okay, that's top line revenue. So why are we sucking our salespeople into these damn meetings when they don't need to be there? Now, I understand if it's your sales meeting, have it at 4:30. If it's a sales meeting that we have once a week, have it at 4:30. Okay, because that's outside of prime selling time. Okay, so all I'm saying is protect the time, prime selling time, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now, you need to be working during that time, right? But protect that time. That's all I'm going to say. I know I'm going off on one, but that's what it's all about. I mean, it's not about going off on one, but it's about the selling part, right? And if anybody can tell me they book they book meetings in meetings, if they book meetings in the meetings, let me know. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a lot more production going on than I know. But, let me know. So, woo! Okay, what if you're meeting to watch Russell's then you don't need to do that. Okay. Dylan says, what if what if what if we are meeting to watch Russell's daily check-in as a team? No, is it during prime selling time? Then no. Then no. So I'm gonna change these. Okay, thank you, Dylan. So I'm gonna change these my daily check-in to be outside of prime selling time. So I'll make sure they're after 4:30, right? Okay. So that's a good one, Dylan. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's funny. Yeah, but no, you don't need to be watching me. You need to be selling, okay? Between the hours of 9 and 4 are your prime selling times, and that's what you need to be doing. You need to be sucked into meetings. Let the GMs go there. Let your director go, especially if the director is not a selling DOS, okay? But I don't know if that's a old concept or a new concept. But I was always a selling DOS. But like I said, it's more important for my salespeople to be doing what they're supposed to be doing, selling, than being in a meeting that doesn't apply to them. A meeting that all you're gonna figure out is when's the next meeting. You know what I mean? We're having a meeting to figure out what the next meeting is. You come out of these meetings and don't shit get taken care of. Okay, the same shit that we've been dealing with, you're dealing with the next week, right? Until the next meeting. Okay, salespeople don't need to be in there. All right, so there you go. And if you got a problem with that, tell them Russell sent you. Russell said it. Russell Hotel said it. You don't need to be in these damn meetings. So yeah. So that's it for that. So I wrapped that up. So next week I'm going to talk about something else. I think I'm going to talk about what do you call it? Influencer marketing. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to talk about that next week. Because we do a lot of this is digital world. We get influencers and things like that. They do a portion of our marketing or whatever, where they influence people to come to their hotel. Do they really though? Okay, is it one size fits all for every influencer marketer? That's the question, right? I don't think so. So I'm all for influencer marketing, but you have to have the right person to do your influencer marketing. Okay, because not one person fits all, because not all people will reach your client. Okay, does that make sense? If you're a non-luxury brand and you have a luxury influencer marketer promoting your hotel, do you think that's going to go to their followers and like, oh, okay, because this person said it, I'm going to stay there, and it's not a luxury brand? Let's think about that. I mean, let's just think about that right there. That's enough to chew on, let it circulate and percolate. Okay, so think about that. So, it's all about vetting, making sure you're vetting make sure you have the right person or the right agency to handle that, right? So I'm not saying that I'm against it, because I'm definitely not. I know a lot of influencers, okay, and I know they do a great job, but they do a great job for specific segments. Because you remember, you got to follow your market segments, okay? Basically, in your marketing plan, right? Let's don't deviate from that, okay? Follow that. If they don't ask for your marketing plan, if they don't want to know what's going on in your marketing plan, then why would you utilize them? Because they need to know exactly what's going on there in order for them to come up with a plan, right? So you have to share things with them. But that's a question they should ask. Like, oh, okay, well, what's your marketing plan looks like? Is it okay that I take a look at it? What are you trying to achieve? Who's that? What market segments? Because a lot of times people don't know. People outside the industry don't know that there's different market segments within the sales department, right? Everybody's handling a different market. What markets are we trying to appeal to? Are we trying to appeal to group? Are we trying to appeal to transient, business travel? What are we trying to do? What are we trying to do? But those are things that we know that, but they may not know that, and they may not ask the right questions. But we need to make sure they don't ask the right questions. We give them all the information that they need to do a great job, right? Because at the end of the day, it's that ROI, that return on investment, whatever that is. If that's sales driven, or if that's just marketing, branding, whatever it is, we need to know exactly what it is. Because there's a difference between having someone promote something for sales, and there's a difference between having somebody promoting for branding opportunities, right? Branding or promotional stuff. So I'm gonna talk about that. So, woo, that was a good one, right? But no, I had a great week. I had a great week at Connect, and you connect, right? When you go to Connect, you connect. You connect with people that maybe you haven't seen in a while, or people you have seen and you just love to see them again, like Tina. I appreciate seeing Tina again. I didn't even know she was gonna be there because I signed up and I saw the name. It was Julie, and to be honest with you, I said, well, I don't want to meet with Julie. Now, if Tina was on there, I would have said, yeah, but then Tina's there, right? Because there's different market segments at Connect. There's corporate, there's association, and I think there's Smurf there, right? So I was in the corporate section. So I didn't know Tina was actually going to be there, right? So, but anyway, I didn't mean that, Julie. I'm just joking about that. But but it was good to see. I mean, Corey Apke. I ran into Corey. I had an appointment with him. Corey Apke is with LA Tourism. I knew him back. We known each other. We figured this out. We know each other at least 30 years, right? Because he's been with LACVB or LA Tourism for 25 years. He just said he just celebrated his 25th year there. And he asked me about my daughter because when I was working, we didn't work together, but we worked in the same area. We both were in the Valley back in the day. I was at the Hilton. He was at some hotel in Chatsworth. I can't remember the name of the hotel. But this is before my daughter was born. So he remembers when, Sonia was pregnant and all that kind of stuff. And he asked me about my daughter the other day. I was like, you know what? You remember. So, yeah, so that was good. So it's good to like I said, to see people that you came up with, and then you meet new people and you got new blood coming in. So I appreciate all that. It's all about connecting. It's all about building that relationship because you never know when you're going to need them or when they're going to need you. So, I mean, I met people from, like I said, from here in California to, people that used to be here in California that are now somewhere else, like Taylor Fry. He is now with Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. He was with Anaheim before, right? That's the last time I saw him. Last time I saw him was probably 2015 or 16, okay? And because I did a site out there. I remember him giving me a site at several hotels at Anaheim for a group. And then, that was it. I don't think the group ever materialized. Or maybe it did, but maybe, it got handed over to someone else. But then years have passed by, and then now he's in Miami. So just people evolve, right? And it's good to catch up and see where they are now. And then I mean people from Panama Beach, Chicago, Charlotte. I saw Joe Marcy. Joe Marcy's with Monterey, here in California. So it's just good. But I saw him in Memphis, a couple of months ago. So, but it's just good to meet up again with people and just rekindle those relationships and connect, because that's what Connect is all about. So there you go. And I think I'm done, right? So you guys have a great weekend, and I cannot finish this without, throwing my brand sponsor out there. Okay. Level Hotels, you're looking for, hotel, a non-traditional hotel, right? There's kind of like not kind of oversized. They're all suites, right? So 1, 2, and 3 bedroom suites. Level Hotel, downtown LA. Use that promo code ROH23. So you know how we do it. And it's the website is stayinglevel.com. Always remember, regardless if you use this hotel or any other hotel, make sure you always book direct. You're always going to get the best deals if you book direct. So go to their website, whatever hotel that is, go to their website and book direct. And go ahead and try to put that ROH23. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Okay. It'll definitely work at the Level, but I'm not sure if it'll work at any other hotel. But more hotels to come. I just actually having a conversation with a hotel in Vegas. For years, I didn't have contacts in Vegas, right? People would ask me all the time, hey, do you have any contacts with Vegas and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people would ask me about non-gaming hotels because they're going for a conference or a convention, right? And they didn't want to stay at the hotel, the host hotel, because they don't like to be around the smoke and gaming. Although, yeah, the ventilation has improved, and ventilation has improved in all the casinos, right? I'm not taking away from that. But some people just don't want to be around casinos. Okay, let's just say that it's true, right? And because a lot of times you still have to walk through the casinos because that's how they're set up. They're set up where you have to walk through the casino to get to your room or whatever, right? But there are non-gaming options in Vegas, meaning every hotel is not a gaming hotel, right? It doesn't have a casino, and they're all non-smoking hotels. So people always ask me that question. So I'm working on just like the promotion with Level Hotels downtown LA. I'm doing the same things with a couple hotels in Vegas. So I'll keep you posted on that. That's going to be happening pretty soon here. So so I'm busy. So I'm trying to, it's all about the client, right? It's all about that next client. It's all about being a resource, right? So I'm trying to be that resource for everyone. So there you go. So I'm working on that, and hopefully that comes up soon. But it will, and not hopefully, it will. So I already planted the seed, so I just have to follow up. Continue to follow up. So anyway, no other questions, I don't think. No other comments. I welcome comments. I welcome conversation. So I do these lives for that, right? Remember, I do a show called On Air with Russell of Hotels that comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Now, I didn't do it this last Tuesday because I was in Vegas, right? So please forgive me for that. But I will do it this weekend. In fact, I'm supposed to have a guest. I'm supposed to have Myrna, okay, on the 18th. So I need to follow up with her because I haven't heard from her since she said she would do it. Sometimes people try to back out. They're like, oh, I forgot. Oh, can we do the next week? No, you can't do the next week because I got Veronica from San Diego Tourism Authority the next week. So the next 2 weeks are going to be fire. So make sure you tune in for that. Don't worry, I'll do promos for that, and I'll I do what I always do, make sure I keep you guys up to date on what's going on. But On Air with Russell of Hotels, that's my live hospitality talk show. That goes for an hour. Okay, this right here is a check-in. Okay, so this is basically, I do these lives to check in. I try to do these Monday through Friday, every day. Even the days I do On Air with Russell of Hotels, I'll do this. But I'll do it different times of the day just to see, how many people I get. And it seems like the evenings have been better for this, right? So if I'm gonna see what the numbers will be, because you got to look at your numbers, right? You got to see exactly the engagement that you're getting, not just during the show, but after the show. So I look at all those things, and the numbers have been pretty good. They've been pretty solid. So I appreciate everyone for looking at it and making comments and liking it or whatever, because all that matters, right? So this is all market research for me to see when is the best time, the optimal time that people want to watch this or people will watch it. So if it's after hours, after everybody, if it's after prime selling time, maybe that's what I should do, right? Dylan, you may have hit that on the head. Maybe I should start doing this after prime selling time when more people are off work. They don't have to worry about, that proposal they have to do or that RFP they just got. Like, damn it, I just got it, and shit, it's almost 5 o'clock, and they want it by end of the day. I'll do these later, and then that way you don't have to worry about that, because I started this one about 6 o'clock. So doing about 30 minutes or so. It depends on what I have to talk about, but these don't have to be long. But sometimes I make them long just because I feel like talking. I have no one else here to talk to. So there you go. But anyway, once again, thanks again. I appreciate you guys. I can't do this without the support of people, like Dylan, like Tina, and everybody else that comes on and makes comments. So appreciate you guys. Much love. Peace, No, I'm joking. But anyway, you guys have a great, I don't even know where that came from. Okay, I just pulled that out of somewhere. Anyway, you guys have a great day, great weekend. And you know what? One thing, when it was sunny in Vegas, right? So I get back here and it was raining. I didn't have a jacket on or anything. So I'm out in the rain at LAX waiting for, my ride to come pick me up. I'm like, why the heck is it cold and rainy? It's like less than 50 degrees last night when I flew in. I'm like, I had a white shirt on, I'm like, I was glad there was an overhang there where I didn't get wet, but I'm like, it's cold as heck. I mean, I had my stuff in my bag. I wasn't going to open my bag to, get out my sweatshirt or whatever. I just wasn't expecting it. And I guess maybe I was the only one that wasn't expecting, because I looked around and see people with long sleeve on. I'm like, how'd they know? How'd they get the memo? I didn't get it. I didn't know it was going to be raining. I thought it was going to be sunny when I got back, or at least warmer. But you live and learn. Anyway, that's it. You see how these lives don't have to be that long, but I make them long because I'm being long-winded. But anyway, you guys take care. Once again, you're going downtown LA, Level Hotel, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom suites, not just hotel, but they're priced just like regular rooms, right? That's the thing that gets me. That how are they able to do this, right? 1, 2, and 3 bedroom. They even have a 4-bedroom penthouse suite that's 18,000 square feet. Okay, you can stay there. I mean, they do a lot of filming there. I mean, there's options that galore that you can do with these rooms, right? But always book direct, stayinglevel.com. Use that promo code ROH23. It stands for Russell of Hotels 23. So there you go. You guys have a great day and great evening. And